fact, there was a particular time that they shouted at, in fact, they called the girl into the office, shouted at her, said a lot of words to her, told her she's worthless, told her, I mean, a whole lot of things that we're not supposed to say to people as Christians. This is midnight already, guys, and honestly, I just want to go and sleep. But really, I mean, this is the life of a content creator slash YouTuber, a product manager, a wife, a babe, because I mean, we have to do our duties, right? So yes, and I just quickly want to say that the fact that I know that putting out a content every time I do it, or every time I put out a content, even if it is one person it touches, there's some kind of fulfillment that comes with that, and that's honestly why I'm here, because I know that this content is actually also going to bless somebody, and that is also what I try to base all my content on, such that you get a message from it, or you get a lesson from it. It works for you, it works for whoever you're sharing it to, or they are getting something from it. I like to do that, and God has been helping me. I pray that God continues to help me in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, and also let me just quickly put this out there that I like, if you've noticed, right, you will see that I like to put the lessons at the forefront of the video. So I've lost my voice. So yesterday was first Sunday of the year 2024, and we had to dance and shout and scream in church. So yeah, that's why my voice is gone, so pardon me. But yeah, this microphone is doing justice. Hi guys, my name is Damilolaasuelimen. I live in Lagos, Nigeria, and I film about lifestyle, faith and career. LFC baby. Alright guys, so as you can see on the title, I really just want to share with you my worst experience in this Lagos. I mean, I moved to Lagos in 2018, 2019, late after school, 2018 or thereabouts. Yeah, so I've had like my own fair share, right? Before I eventually ventured into tech, I was actually doing some things, right? Yeah, I told you guys that I used to be in the media. I think I would do like a full video of why, the real why I transitioned into tech. I mean, there are lots of reasons why I transitioned into tech, but like the real reason why I transitioned, I'm definitely going to make a video around that and post it for you guys to consume, also learn from it as usual, right? Okay, I really don't want the videos to get so long, but like I really just want to talk about like the breakdown of what exactly happened, like that worst job experience that I'm talking about. What exactly happened? So yeah, there used to be a time where I didn't have a job before I obviously ventured into tech. I'm going to be using they for this my family member, because I mean, it wasn't just about me, it was about a family member, and I'm just going to be using they for them so that I don't say she and I don't say he, right? So I'll just say they, right? So this my family member, we just connected at the time. A family member connected us together, and this family member doesn't reside in Nigeria. So yeah, we got talking. It was after COVID. They helped me to they reached out to somebody and said, oh, I think I know a friend of mine. We didn't really used to talk like that. I think we met in secondary school, either in secondary school or uni. And this person goes, oh, I have a friend who owns a company in Lagos, a cosmetics company in Lagos. Maybe you can work with her. And before I will like really go into the video, I want you to take out the lesson. The reason why I'm making this video is because it's 2024. You're trying to switch jobs, you're trying to look for a different environment, but don't be too desperate to look for a job so that you don't get what puts you into trouble, what you wouldn't like, what you probably would drop off at the end of the day and all that. Because I mean, that was exactly my own case, right? So relax. I've always been shouting it that you guys should join tech, you guys should come to tech and then learn a tech skill. It's a gradual process, right? So gradually you get there. Definitely where you're going to get there, but yeah, there's a process for you to follow. I mean, some people's intention can be very genuine, right? They're trying to look for jobs for you, they're trying to, set you up somewhere. But like, I think you should also be very prayerful about it. Even once you're prayerful about it, just watch out for those things, and make sure that you don't box yourself, right? You don't do things that you have passion for, that you think that you would have passion for in the nearest future, that if you are giving time and all of that, you will definitely develop a passion for it, right? So yeah, just do things that are in your interests, that aligns with you and all of that. So yeah, cosmetic stuff for somebody that is just coming from media, right? All I knew about cosmetics, and this brand also does skincare. I mean, they introduced skincare much later, right? All I knew about cosmetic is for me to apply powder, use my foundation, use the right shade of foundation, use the right shade of powder, apply my concealer, apply my eyeshadow, do my basic makeup. I mean, I went to school of makeup, right? So I learned the actual makeup for myself, because I really never used it as a business even while I was in school. It's just utility once here and there, right? So yeah, that was the only thing I knew about makeup or cosmetic. Very genuine person. This family member of mine tried to reach out to this person, the person that they said owns a cosmetic company here in Nigeria. And bearing in mind, I'd never even thought about tech at this point. I knew that there was something that was called tech, but like, because I really needed a job, and this my family member will not let me rest. You have to get a job now. So like I said, very sincere. It was coming from a very sincere place. And if this my family member is going to watch this video later on in the future, I so much appreciate you, even though our relationship is not as good as it used to be. But I'm so appreciative of the fact that you went extra mile to help me with this. So yeah, I used to stay, in fact I'm still on the mainland. I stay on the mainland in Lagos, Nigeria, and then this company is on the island. So you should already know the kind of stress, and we go every day. So I already had issues with commuting, I had issues with transportation. I put this out there before that I am a night person, I am not a morning person. I mean, imagine I'm shooting this video in the middle of the night and my eyes are like wide open. So yeah, you should already know that I'm a night person. I would have to wake up at latest by 6. If I wake up anything later than 6 a.m, then that day is going to be chaotic for me. And these guys, this company, they resume at say 8 a.m. No, they resume at 8:30 a.m, right? And most of the time we don't even leave that office until like really late at night, right? And I will get into details later. So yeah, I went the very first day I went for this interview. I went with Uber. This very first day. I mean, in this journey or in this story, I like you to follow me very well, because I mean, there are lessons that I also learned. In fact, there are things that I learned that I still carry on up until today. Positive things, obviously, that I still carry on up until today. So the first day that I went there, I like to wear black a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but yeah, black is like my favorite color. I wore black like from head to almost bottom. The only thing that wasn't black in my outfit was my shoe, because I wore open toe red shoe. I think the bag I was carrying was either black or red. I really can't remember. It would have been black, yes. It definitely would have been black. When I got there, and then I was trying to wait for, they told me to wait for the person that will interview me, or the people that will interview me. I sat down, and then I noticed that everybody that was passing by, they wore black. So I was like, wait, what's going on? Is it like these people have a uniform, right? And then today is the day they are supposed to wear black? Like, I had a lot of questions in my head, right? It was just later that I discovered that like cosmetic brands, they have to wear black. So we wear black from Mondays up until Thursdays. Friday is the only day that we are allowed to wear any other color aside from black. Another thing that actually struck me the most, that I said that was one of the things that is still carrying me up until today. This is my hair. Just come up like this so that the damsel can see. Okay, so one of the things that I learned that still carry me up until tomorrow, positive things, is that everybody that passed by me, when they wanted to greet me, in fact, everybody would greet me, and then they would greet me with a very big smile and say, hi, good morning, and then they will go. Hi, good morning, and then they will go. So that's also why I've, taken it upon myself. That thing was, I think I'd never seen something like that before, that everybody that passed by, they were smiling at me, and then they were saying hi, good morning. Like they said it, when you're trying to greet somebody and then you're greeting, it's like they're forcing you to greet the person. No, it wasn't the case. They were greeting it so joyfully and all of that, right? And yeah, that was the day that I told myself that there is nowhere that I go to, or there is no way that I also work, that whoever I see at the reception or a new person, I'll always greet them, because I mean that can be like a changing moment for them, right? Because it was for me. So I love that about them. So yeah, time for me to go and get my interview done. I went to the office. In fact, I already read these people online. I read them in total online. Saw all the products that they were doing. Maybe not all, because I mean they had a lot of products. Saw the things that they were doing and all of that. And even the people that are like management level, I already saw them. So when I saw them, when I got upstairs and saw these people, okay, I was able to put a face to it. So this was the person I saw online, this person I saw online and all of that. So yeah, both two management people, they interviewed me, right? So and they were just trying to ask me where was I coming from, what was my experience like, and I told them, oh, I speak media, this is what I do and all of that. They asked me a lot of questions. I answered them, and I also made sure I asked them a question. This is one of the things that I've grabbed in my watching of interview questions and all that. You have to be able to ask your interviewers questions as well. You have to be able to, I mean, not just any question, but like, really sensible questions, right? Please try to do more research on that. Okay, so at the end of the interview, these people told me, oh, you sound very good, you talk very confidently, you speak so well. I'm a very outspoken person. I'm very confident in myself. So yeah, I'm not going to give you something that is lesser than my A game. Took my A game to the interview. So yeah, feedback was great as well. They gave their boss the feedback, and then she now gave this my family member the feedback as well. So I couldn't see the main person, like the main boss, the boss. I couldn't see her that day. So I went back, I think about 2 days after. He called me for a second interview so that I could meet with this person. So yeah, I met with this person. They asked me a lot. In fact, they were very nice. They were very I was like, oh, God has done it though. God has really, this job thing, God has really settled me. So we were deliberating on where to fix me, because I mean media, cosmetics and skincare. There is no correlation one bit. So they were just trying to marketing me. I was just praying that I will not do marketing, because I cannot go under the sun and go and be selling products, right? I wasn't going to do that. So I think they put me in business development and all of that. Yeah, business development. I resumed basically. My family member too was so happy that, oh, I got the job. I made my family member proud. I made them proud and all of that. So yeah, I resumed the job. Let me first put this out there. I didn't last more than 3 months at the place, because I mean it was horrible. It's my worst job experience in Lagos, and this was how it all began. These people never really gave me the chance. I think that from the very first day, from the very first time, they were expecting that this person would fail. And the God that I served does not fail. So yeah, there was no way I would fail. Like they kind of just planned everything. It's a different thing when you are actually looking for a job. You went somewhere, submitted your CV, or you saw an opening. You submitted your CV, you did the interview, you passed. I mean, based off your experiences, right? And it's a different thing when somebody is saying, and like, we shall look for where to fix her in. Fix her in. Please take note of my use of words. Fix her in, right? Or fix this person in. It's different from, oh, you fit this role, right? Because I mean, based off your work experience and all of that. I mean, even if you are giving somebody a chance to take up a particular role that they've never taken up before, you should be able to give them the grace, extend the grace to them, for them to be able to learn. And I didn't know jack about cosmetics, about anything, so I started from writing article. So it was one particular day, the boss came, and then she stood right behind me, and then stood right behind me for like a minute, and somebody, the other people that are managing the place, then they now came and said, you've not written something. That's how she now said, ah, she has been standing here for 10 minutes and then she has not written anything. It is an article, and a beauty article. I'm supposed to be able to think about it. I'm supposed to be able to think of what to write. I cannot just write anything. There's no way I will just write something. I have to think of what to write. And then the very first article I wrote, they already complained that, oh, it didn't have, all the punchlines. Like different industries, they have punchlines. They have like the words that they use for certain things, right? I mean, in technology, we have like different words, right? In media, they have words that they use, and that, okay, this is media. In medicine, there are words that they use to know, for you to know, okay, this is medicine. Same as beauty. I need to think of what to write. I need to think of what to write. So she just said a lot of things that day. I mean, I think that was like the beginning of the whole journey, the beginning of the whole thing. There was just something very off about this place. I couldn't place it. In fact, I think till tomorrow, I don't know. I can't place it. It was just something very, very off. Like something wasn't just right. I always cringe. My spirit is always singing whenever I enter that place, right? And you already know that it's an issue for me to wake up very early, that kind of money, and then be going to work. I mean, it's a lot of Lagosians, they do it because most of them actually work on the island and they stay on the mainland, and it was a very toxic place. It was a very toxic place. So a couple of times I'd heard them shout at some other girls, some other people working there. In fact, there was a particular time that they shouted at, in fact, they called the girl into the office, shouted at her, said a lot of words to her, told her she's worthless, I mean, a whole lot of things that we're not supposed to say to people as Christians. I already knew that, okay, there's gonna be issue here. So speaking about when I fell ill, I mean, that was even what broke the camel's back. But yeah, before I get there, these people usually wear makeup every day. I mean, you must wear makeup every day. I mean, every single day. The only times you're not wearing makeup is probably on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and even on some Saturdays you might have work, you might need to show up somewhere based off this job, and then yeah, you have to wear makeup. So that also wasn't something that I liked so much, and you have to do the makeup by yourself. These people started to compare me with one other lady. I started shaking in the eyes of these people. They started to compare me with one other lady, and that this particular lady that they're comparing me with, she has been with them for like months, right? She's a model, she is a beauty person. I mean, that's what she likes to do with her life. So how can you not compare me with somebody like that? It's it's not fair. It's not fair, ma. You cannot compare. I mean, like it was just very funny. I can easily laugh about it right now, but it wasn't funny at the time. They started to compare me with this person. That's that's one thing that you wouldn't want to do as somebody who manages an organization, or when you're comparing people that work under you, compare people that work for you, is a no. Like, cancel it from today. If you do it, please just cancel it. Know that people have learning pace. They have like different learning pace, right? And this obviously wasn't my space. It wasn't my safe space. For like, honestly, I was starting to even read about it. I would imagine me getting home at maybe 10, I think 10 or to 11, like the latest I've gotten to the house, back to the mainland, and then I will read about it. I will start reading about these people. Even on my way, I'll read about them, whatever it is I want to talk about. But I know that, okay, there's probably a meeting, and then I'll read about it. There was one day that I was supposed to have a meeting. In fact, we've had like a series of meetings before that particular day, and then this lady comes and says, I mean, the owner of the place, and says, "You don't even speak in meetings. Is that how you do? Why don't you speak in meetings?" What do you want me to say? Ma, please, what do you want me to say? I mean, I didn't tell her this, but like, it was just, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that would keep short in a meeting. I'm not the kind of person that would keep quiet. I am a very outspoken person. If I think that there's an idea that is beautiful and that we should run by it, I will say it. But really, this is not my space. You have to give me time. And this particular thing I was talking about, this meeting thing I was talking about, was just like maybe barely a month after I joined. You're already asking me to be speaking in meetings. What do you want me to say? I admire the people who already know everything. Like I admire them so much, right? So these people started to fix me into say when we want to do IG live. I did a couple of IG lives, though I was in the background, but then I was speaking. They called the meeting one day and now said, okay, which one would you like to do? Would you like to be a PR person? I'm like, okay, no problem, because I mean, PR means you're going to have like contact of the big people in this Lagos when it comes to media, and because you have experience in that, you know, they didn't even take their time to build on that thing. They didn't take their time to build on the fact that, oh, this person might have like some people. I mean, they just broke everything off, right? And funny enough, one day we went to one celebrity in this Lagos. We went to this person's. I went to her house to, you know, to pitch some products to her, to even give her some products and then tell her how to use it, tell her what this is for, and all of that. And it was very fantastic. That particular day was very fantastic. I didn't go alone. I went with someone superior, right? So what actually broke the camel's back, right, was I fell ill. I had registered for HMO, but I hadn't been given the card. They hadn't given me a physical card, right? And that's what I would take to any hospital to say, okay, this is where I registered my, you know, HMO. I was really sick because, you know, I had to be going back and forth every day. Most times I wouldn't sleep up to like 3 hours before I wake up again, and it wasn't just very healthy for me. So I fell ill, and then when I fell ill, I started to, you know, I think I missed work for 2 days. Thankfully for me, it also fell in an holiday. Like there was holiday after that, right? So yeah, and the doctor had told me that I shouldn't go anywhere. I should make sure that I complete my injection. If I look for that card, I definitely will still find it, because I mean, I don't throw things away like that. I would definitely still find it. So the doctor had told me that I shouldn't go anywhere. I fell ill twice. The first time I went to an hospital that I had to go and pay at the hospital because I didn't have a card at that time, right? They hadn't given me the HMO card. So the second time, in fact, when I resumed after that first sickness, they told me, why won't I go to? I said I don't have a card and all of that. So the second one was the one that I said, okay, now add holiday after it. So I just had to like rest with the holiday and all of that. So when I resumed, and then, you know, the first thing I resumed was to, you know, a meeting saying, why would I do this? In fact, the church shouted and all of that. But there was a particular day that I had to, that the boss herself saw the way my eyes were very red. My eyeballs are not clear on a normal day. I don't have white clear eyeballs, but she saw how red it was. I was burning up, and then she herself asked me to go home because I needed to go and treat myself. So I went to treat myself. I think that was like the second time I had to like go on break, because I mean, I wasn't feeling fine. So I mean, it's clear I left the office on that day. It's clear to everybody that I actually left the office because I wasn't feeling fine. So much pressure, like there was a whole lot of pressure. And I think one of the pressures of, you know, trying to walk on eggshells and trying to make sure that these people, trying to show to these people that I actually can do this thing if you give me time. That was even one of the things that usually keep me at the office till late, because I needed to, you know, finish my work. So one day they called me and said, oh, what have you done today? What exactly have you done today? Show me the things that you have done today. Like there's nothing as bad as working in a place where you have to walk on eggshells, somewhere that you resume every morning. These people, you literally see them almost all the rest of your week, and then it feels like you're not doing things right, and it feels like you're not doing what you're supposed to do. It feels like you're a dollar. I knew that whatever it is that you guys are trying to project on me, it is not me, right? This is not my field. This is not the field I'm you know, accustomed to. I'm trying to learn, right? It was very serious too. It was very serious. I wasn't feeling fine, right? And then, okay, this time I'd gotten my HMO card. I went to find the doctor wrote it himself. He used his handwriting to write that I shouldn't go. So yeah, I resumed, and then they told me, they called the meeting and said, why was I absent? I said, I wasn't feeling fine. Funny enough, I had the chat because I shared it with some of the other girls that were working there. The chat I shared it to, I sent this lady messages. Oh, this is this, it's not everything, and gave her. And then I came back to hear that I didn't tell anybody that I was not going to come to work. Yeah, that was my reaction. I didn't tell anybody I wasn't going to come to work. Is that what you just said about me right now? What about the person that I sent messages to? And this person is like the next to the actual CEO, like to the boss, main boss, right? So how could you say I didn't tell you? I showed the people the receipt and all of that. So they just, in fact, they told me that it was the weekend of, I think it was the weekend of that week that they told me, they sent me a sack letter. They sent themselves a sack letter. They sent me a sack letter to say, oh, you're not competent enough, you're not this, you're not that. They even put the HMO thing inside. They said, I mean, I didn't use my HMO because I don't think that anybody in their right senses will know that there is a free, not really free, because this money they're deducting from your salary, so it's essentially not free, right? That there's a money that is being paid for your health whenever you have health issues or you have health needs, and then you now go somewhere to go and pay an additional. I don't think anybody in their right senses will do that, but these people were just looking for a way to discard me, right? So I told my member this was exactly what happened. This is this and that. They've sacked me. They said I should be going and done. So I think this my family member now went, chatted this person up, like what's going on. Maybe she now explained. So instead of this my family member to handle this thing properly, this my family member came and then insulted me. Said some things that shouldn't have been said. Sent me a long note, long text saying a lot of things, and I'm about to spoil the relationship that they have with this person. And this my family member just took things out of the window, and it wasn't a pleasant experience because I really needed a job, and because my boyfriend at the time had told me that it's not good to leave a company like that. I should try to make peace with them, and because I mean we don't know where we are eventually going to meet ourselves in the nearest future and all of that. So I told them that, oh, to show this my family member told her, right? So they now sent me an apology letter, not really an apology letter, to say that okay, I can resume back. So I now responded to them that okay, no problem, I was going to resume back. But I actually sat down to think about it, that what exactly is it am I resuming to? Resuming to going back to working on eggshells, resuming to going back to somebody comparing me with another person, resuming to going back to them saying that I am not enough when I know that I'm actually enough, resuming to all of those stupid things, right? Resuming to a toxic environment. Funny how these people will do morning devotion early in the morning, like every morning. They actually do not miss a morning devotion. So how do you not miss a morning devotion? You call yourself a family, everybody is inclusive, and then you act that way to people that work for you. So yeah, I just thought about it, gave myself so much of sense, gave myself so much of talks and all of that, and I said, no, this is going to be a bye-bye. So I just typed my rejection letter and told them that even me, I terminate it. Whatever it is, I terminate it. And I told this my family member, and they were like, how would you do that? Why would you do that? They just went all of, because I feel that this person, I am your family first, right? Before any other person. I think you should protect me before any. I don't even know what this my family member would have told these people, right? In fact, I don't know. That's exactly why. That's the end of my story, actually. And then I had to leave there, and then I had to start thinking about, okay, this tech thing that I've been hearing everywhere, how can I start it? How can I join them? How can I start making money of my own? And then this is something I actually fell in love with and took interest in, and look at me here today. So yeah, that is exactly what I'm telling you, that do not rush into it. Take your time, don't rush into it. Do not rush into it. somebody's trying to look for a job for you, or they are trying to place you, fix you somewhere, make sure that it is something that is actually, because I mean, a lot of people have given people chances, right? And then the people that they give chance, in fact, they've actually done more than they expected them to do, right? That could be your case, right? But just make sure that you are very prayerful about it. Make sure that you have done your due diligence. Make sure that it's something that you eventually fall in love with later on. But I will have probably been with them for a longer period of time, right? So that's the lesson, and that's exactly the story about my worst job experience in Lagos. I hope that you have been able to take one or two things out of this video, and I hope that you've taken the lesson. Please, I'm still saying it, the tech space is open for everybody. The tech space is waiting for you. Think about it. Think about that course, or that course you want to take in the tech space, and think about how you're going to help yourself this 2024, how you're going to take that course and take the certification of that course, and you're actually going to be practicing in that field of tech. So just think about it, and you know how to reach me. I always have my email address in the description box below. Check it out, right? And also drop your comments. Let me know how you feel. Let me know even if you've had a worst experience wherever it is that you might be in Nigeria, wherever it is in Nigeria, even outside of Lagos, even outside of Nigeria. Let me know what your worst job experience might be. So till I come your way next time, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and let us hear your story as well. I mean, I would really love to hear your story. Do you really want to know why I transitioned into tech? I really like to know. If this is one content that will interest you, please put it in the comment section below. Until next time, bye. Mwah.